Hi and welcome to the Market Alert for Friday the 12th of April 2024. So US stocks rallied amid strength in big tech and after PPI data helped ease some of the inflationary fears. I told you it goes from one thing to the other, doesn't it? One news item dictates whether it's dovish or hawkish. Stocks bid after PPI eases inflationary fears ahead of earnings. They're the two main ones again. Mixed PPI. But not as hot as the CPI. And ECB kept the door open for a June cut as well. Let's have a look at the market's reaction for yesterday. But just before we do that, let's have a quick look, see if there's any economic news today. We've got 7 a.m. GDP month on month for the UK, and then we've got the preliminary UM consumer sentiment as well to be out at 3 p.m. So let's move on, have a look at the Dow and work our way through to the metals, which have some overnight surprises. So in the Dow, you can see yesterday the market continued to move lower, bit of support coming in there though, as you can see with the demand holding the market and bringing the market back, and obviously the PPI numbers helping enormously there, and the fact that the Fed have said that they're going, not the Fed, sorry, the ECB, could be looking at June for a rate cut. So the Dow was up initially, then we had the PPI numbers, which you didn't like, and then we got it back to the high. So a V-shaped correction there for yesterday. The market sideways at the time of recording, overnight sitting near the close and above the DP there. In the German DAX, also showing some more buying coming into the market, selling on Wednesday, Thursday, the market showing some buying and then starting to move higher overnight as well, which you can see there as the market's starting to move up. This is a 5-minute chart, just showing you getting above the close there, a bit more detail. Daily chart, 30-minute chart, again, bigger picture. You can see the sell-off yesterday up on the before the PPI, the first half hour of the Dow, and then down with the Dow as well, and then back up as well. So you've got sort of a W-shaped correction there for this market as prices were brought back. And like I say, in the 5-minute chart, the market coming back at the moment as well, trying to hold above the close of yesterday. In the S&P 500, also some buying coming in yesterday, and I suspect we've got the same sort of V-shaped correction where we've actually got it beyond. It's actually a W again, isn't it? And it's gone way beyond, taking out the resistance to the left there. And again, overnight, the market sitting at the close. In the FT100, market is stuck in a sideways range at the moment, still trying to get to that 8,045. But in order to do that, it's going to have to take out the 8,001, which is 89% retracement, and the recent high of 8,016. In the 30-minute chart, again, same pattern, market following the US market as well there, and sitting just above the close there at the moment. Obviously waiting for those GDP numbers from the UK at 7 a.m. as well. Meanwhile, in the US dollar, this continuing to move up following Wednesday's CPI numbers, which came out hotter than forecast. What's very interesting here is that the US dollar is going up, and so is gold and silver, which it's normally been the other way around, hasn't it? When the US dollar's gone down, they've managed to slam the price of silver down as well. But let's have a look, see what's happening overnight. Well, to my surprise this morning, the market is moving up. As can be seen there, we've got the market heading towards that $29. Which you can see there, and for the life of me, I'm not used to this. As anybody who's followed for many years will know, we get these sort of moves and then we get the $2 drop. So there's a part of me that's still waiting for that to turn up. I mean, every video that I see on YouTube and all of the experts saying it's different this time. Well, we said that in 2020 when we saw the market move up to this level, and I'm sure it is different to a degree, but again, you can see now we're approaching these sort of highs, and we had $30 at the one time, and then Ruston Bennett, who was part of the CFTC, probably still is, came in and said, we have the tools to tamp it down. Well, what do you want to tamp it down for if there is demand? And let's just admit that we manipulate the price. So whilst obviously it's great to see it moving higher, there is a certain level of cautiousness from me, and that's because of past performance of what these people have done. And of course, they've been fined. In JP Morgan's case, 900 million for doing that. So we'll just have to wait and see whether the short squeeze accelerates and we get to 30. If we get above 30 and the market stays above there, then I may start to be a bit more confident in this move. And if we get to 50 and above, which is the all-time high for 2011 and 1979, then even more so. But at the moment, I'm just treating this with the caution that at the moment it deserves because of what they've done in the past. Certainly for the last, since 1971, when the gold standard was removed, and certainly in the last 10-15 years, for sure. Gold also up on the overnight, but not as strong. There is a new high of 2,400, according to the Newswire this morning, but again, different platforms do have different prices. So at the moment, mine's saying 23.95, but the official price is 2,400. And then there's the move for yesterday in the gold market, dragging silver with it. So let's have a look at the gold-silver ratio for yesterday. And we've managed to break this level, haven't we, from here across to there. So things are looking very good for the gold-silver ratio at the moment, moving to the downside. It's a matter of whether it will hold, and as I've shown you before, there is plenty of situations. I mean, take a look at this here, where it spiked down and then they brought it back. And again, soon brought it back. We'll have to see. Like I say, it's too early for me to say that it's different this time. I've been here before. We'll just, as each day unfolds, and if we don't get the slam, I mean, just to go back to the silver charts here in the daily, I mentioned this before as well. It's like all markets, you get this step situation as the market moves up. You get this stepping effect, but when you get the slam, it's so it's the classic. You've got the elevator up, and then you've got the staircase up, and then the elevator down, straight down the shaft. So again, like I say, that's the cautionary part of looking at this at the moment. Okay, let's have a quick look at the overnight markets and yesterday's trades. So yesterday saw the market choppy to begin with. We've seen the bigger picture where the market sold off in the DAX, and it was very quiet to begin with. It wasn't doing an awful lot, was it? Very quiet, and then we had a potential buy signal that wasn't filled. Market remained sideways, and having jobs to do, I left the desk just obviously when we had another potential sell signal, and then we had one that was filled, and the market moving down there and continuing to move down as the market gave way to selling pressure, as can be seen there when I came back and had a look, and then heading again down towards the low where the market would have been picked up or attempted to be picked up, but no, not on this occasion. But they did try and bring it back, as you can see. It got back above the low there at when they had the release of the European interest rates, and they were keeping them on hold, so straight back above the low, back above the close, and then we got into the US moving lower once more there, with the PPI numbers and prices continuing lower. So Lagarde helped to bring the market back, but eventually it was subject to what was happening across the pond there, with prices being moved back to the downside, but eventually coming back to the low again there, which you see, which was just after 5 o'clock. Quick look at the overnight. So the market still holding at the close and awaiting the GDP numbers month on month from the UK. Okay, that's it for this week. So have a great weekend, and let's see if the metals will hold, or it's just one of those situations where it's been allowed to move and then it gets slammed. But only time will tell. Okay, that's it. As ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.